This was our big gluten-free show, which sort of like over the summer, and especially the end of the summer, we all started going gluten-free. What happened was one of our friends and people who works on the show named Kurt, he was gluten-free for a while, and we all ripped on him for being a big gay wad that was gluten-free and always ordered gluten-free options, and we always ripped on him. And then I kind of realized all of a sudden Matt started saying he was going to try gluten-free, so then we were ripping on him. But then everyone that kept doing it kept saying like, I feel a lot better. And so then finally some of us were like, well, all right, at the beginning of the run, we're like, well, we're going to do a gluten-free show. Let's all just kind of for the sake of the show, let's do it and see what happens. And pretty much everyone that did it felt better, including me. And actually my wife did it and she felt way better.
Yeah, so now we're all gluten-free.
So now we're all gluten-free. We all rip on each other.
It was after we get together for a writer's retreat at the end of July, and we started talking about gluten-free as a subject. And I have so many like people that I know in my life who have, and we live in California, so it's like, of course, and I just was like, well, I'll try it for a couple of days just so I can, almost like as a story, we would have a good story for like, oh, if it's Randy who goes gluten-free, then I'll do it for a couple of days. And like 48 hours later, I felt better than I'd felt in like a year. So for me, I think, I don't know, whatever it did for me, like, and I still am gluten-free. And then I came in like a month later and I was like, guys, I have to tell you something, I'm gluten-free. And then Trey did it, and now pretty much everybody, like in the writer's room, except for Vernon. Vernon's not.
Yeah. I did it.
Vernon's resistant.
But the big thing I did was I called it gluten-free because our big thing is that as we're in the writer's room, especially during a run, we can, we're in the writer's room, so we can sort of order whatever we want for lunch. So I just got really used to like, okay, what sounds the very best right now for lunch? And I can order that thing and have it in front of me in like 15 minutes. And that's why I realized, you get so fat during a run so I did the gluten-free diet this time where I never chose what we were going to have for lunch. And so I literally, every time Matt or someone would say like, what do we want for lunch? I'm like, whatever you guys are getting. And because if I was like, Taco Bell sounds good, then I'm going to eat a shitload of Taco Bell. But if it's like, well, Taco Bell sounds good, but I get something else put in front of me, even if it's KFC, I'm not going to eat as much of it because I felt like Taco Bell. And so the gluten-free diet, I lost like 20 pounds.
Yeah, Trey's looking good on the gluten-free.
I kept it off, and
I'm still gluten-free.
I'm still gluten-free too. So is my wife.
Yeah, so I don't eat any pizza. I don't eat sandwiches anymore.
It's pretty damn easy now, especially in LA. It's so easy to be gluten-free. It's like,
well, also because you can also get steak and fries.
Yeah,
so
you can get steak and fries and eat ice cream, and you're totally on a healthy gluten-free diet.
So it's not that bad. And then this was, we combined it with Ebola. I think we're also Ebola-free, but I remember when there was a front line on Ebola that came out just before we had this, when we started talking about this, and it was incredible, and it's a fucking super bummer. But it's where we got a lot of the art for the Papa John's.
Yeah.
For like how they were doing, what do you call it, where they quarantine and stuff.
Yeah. And we were trying to make this big thing about the food pyramid, which we probably didn't need to work on so hard, but the whole fact that we'd just been told for so long that the big bottom of the pyramid is wheat, and that was basically completely wrong, and they were killing us.
They did. Just some British Journal of Medicine or something came out. Some guy, I don't probably nobody, came out and called low-fat diets a form of mass murder. I mean, that's like, seriously.
Genocide.
Like, genocide. That was my mom made me eat margarine and shit growing up, and she was trying to kill me, I'm convinced.
Yeah.
So now
I grew up eating red meat and butter, and everyone's like, oh, you're going to die. And
he's still here.
Still here. Doing pretty good.
That's proof. Scientific proof. Trey's still alive.
All right, let's go to the next show.
Let's move on.